Bob and Sue, my friend Paul had these parents, Bob and Sue. A Sue has always got to be a crazy bitch.
Oh, yeah.
A Sue. You know?
Sue's not a good name.
I have an Aunt Sue they call her Charlie because she closes down the bars with the boys.
Charlie?
They call her Charlie. Her husband goes, Charlie! I love it. She's great. Charlie! One day, they live in this place, and it's awesome. Rockaway Beach, Queens has these little courtyards of summer bungalows that are full of Irish people.
Mm-hmm.
And they just get bombed at bars called Healy's in the Irish Circle. And one day, not my family, but the family that lived across the little courtyard from them, the daughter came in and she was bomb. And you could tell she was just wobbling. And she was like 17. And everyone in the court was laughing like, ha, 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 ha. She could barely stand.
Yeah.
And the mother walks out and goes, you know, she had some dumb Irish name. She's like, Maddie O'Flanagan, are you drunk? And she goes, no. And then she spins around and exorcist vomits. And then she looks right at her mother and goes, I'm not drunk and your cooking sucks. The whole court started applauding her. She sits down, this girl who can barely move, and somebody turns around, I swear to God, and goes, you want a glass of wine? You know what I mean? I pity people that went to college and have 401k plans and don't have these stories.
Yeah.
What would you do without the stories?
Yeah.
You know?
I know.
Yeah.
We grew up Christian, so we had to like jam them all into like 22 to 25.
Yeah, you guys basically went on rum spring, which is that Amish year where they just go out and fucking suck.
We really did. I did like mushrooms for an entire month.
What was the first time that you guys either got drunk or got high or whatever? Because for people that don't know you guys, you guys were in a super conservative Christian church, like real deal.
Yeah, Church of Christ. It was like, if I describe it to people, they're like, yeah, that's a cult that you grew up in. So we weren't allowed to say but until we were like 15. Like that's how conservative
fart.
It was.
Can't say fart.
Can't say fart. So the first time I did anything bad, I was 20. And I got tricked into it. Did
you guys start jerking off, or did you go like we're gonna go to hell?
I mean, you're 12, so you're gonna jerk off, but you just like.
But you felt guilty.
I thought I was going to be tortured in hell for all eternity.
That is so funny.
I used to jerk off in like a bad comic joke. I literally used to cry afterwards because I thought I was gonna go.
Really?
I thought I was gonna be raped by the devil in hell forever.
Yeah, you jack off and then you feel bad and then you pray that God will forgive you. And it's sort of this rush. It's a high you get because it's like you think you're going to hell while you're doing it. So
yeah,
I used to do that, but because I was jerking off to Aaron Carter, so I would also cry afterwards because I'm like, there's something wrong here.
You are going to hell.
For
sure.
But by the way, I hope so. I hope I'm in hell with the Murdochs. You guys can go to heaven with some loser.
Tim, I used to, no joke, I would lay in bed because our dad told us the world would be destroyed in a wall of fire one day when Judgment Day came along, like a thief in the night.
Yeah.
So I would lay in bed, just wait, because I hadn't been baptized yet, so I knew I was going to hell, and I was jerking off. So I used to just lay in bed waiting for the wall of fire to come through the wall and just take me to hell.
Why don't they baptize you? You got to earn it?
You got to choose. It's kind of like bar mitzvah. Like when you're like 13, 14, you have to choose to be saved by
Catholics,
Jesus.
it's just boom.
Yeah, just get taken care of.
At birth.
My grandfather baptized one of the kids in the saint because the mother was like, we don't know if he's going to be religious. My grandfather was like, yeah, great.
Just threw some water at him. Yeah. Like pour some of his...
He's going with us, Jew face. My Aunt Dawn, her last name was Hassan.
Yeah.
And we thought, a little Jew in there. Sephardic, probably. We don't know.
Right.
But so what was the first time? Like, was it when you went to college? Did you guys drink in high school?
I drank, it was the day after my high school graduation. I was 19, I think, at the time. And I was at a house party on a ranch, like 20 miles away from anyone. I got tricked into it. Somebody was like, hey, try this OJ. And they put Everclear and a bunch of Sweet and Low in it. So I went and tasted the Everclear. And then I got drunk off that. And I started just, fucking like going crazy, like taking my shirt off and shit.
And you were like, did you feel like, this is the shit?
I'm like, I'm going to do this every day for the next 7 years. And I did.
Yeah. You're just like, I guess this is how normal people feel.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we didn't learn how to have fun the way like Tim had fun, like walking around Long Island, smoking weed. getting high. Like you learned how to have fun at an early age.
It prepared me for literally the only job I can ever have, which is this.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, it really.
Yeah.
There's no.
We used to like drink in a closet because we were like ashamed and just get drunk and then just like sit in a living room. And that was our fun.
And so when you both went to a Christian college and you were the first time in no supervision, that's when
shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
Like drinking and driving pretty much every night. We go to like Walmart's. We do donuts on the highway. We were like insane. But it was Texas. Everybody drunk and drove.
That was the most fun you could have is drink and drive, really. I mean, it's
let me tell you right now, I am a huge proponent of drinking. And there is nothing that feels better than being intoxicated behind the wheel of a car.
What was your go-to song that you
Guys,
listened to?
these dogs got to calm down. This fucking Aussie needs to be fucking getting CBD oil. Cut it out.
Yeah, she needs a CBD.
Sorry, they hate drinking and driving.
What was your go-to playlist you would turn on when you drink and drive? I like 3-6 Mafia.
So the album, what was the first G Unit album? Was it Get Rich or Die Trying?
That was 50 Cent. Yeah, Get Rich or Die Trying. Into Club.
Yeah, Wanksta, all that.
Yeah.
That was a big one. Diplomats.
Sure.
Blueprint 2, Jay-Z, Godson, Nas. You know?
Good shit.
I'm the last real beep alive.
Come on, it's the Patreon episode.
I'm the last real beep alive. Jada Kiss, The Locks, Styles P. I get high, I get high, I get high.
Hell yeah.
Little Billy Joel.
Oh, sure.
Police. Hendrix, Joplin. I mean, it was eclectic. We were
Right.
all over. I was all over the place. And then, some emo shit, some Blink 182, some Starting Line, Best of Me. The word did the pandemic with the Where are they right now?
Yeah. You just blacked out while listening to that.
I mean, that OAR. I used to go out with this girl who loved that song, "Crazy Game of Poker."
What is it? How's that one go?
This is a crazy game of poker. I lost it all. I lost. What else was good or not good? But what else were we listening to? The General. That's from Dispatch. I have seen the other. We have this one is not worth fighting. And
yeah.
I mean, Nirvana.
Sure.
All that shit. I mean, whatever. I'm just naming shit that I just remember is like popping into my head.
Pearl Jam ever?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck yeah.
Pearl Jam. That Foxy Brown song. Why yo 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 yo. Why yo yo yo. Biggie, Pac, like all that shit. Run DMC, Cameron, love that shit.
Yeah.
Whatever, man. But there's no better feeling. There's a few great feelings. There's no better feeling than pulling in your driveway wrecked.
Beautiful.
No better feeling.
It's a chosen moment.
This when you pull into your driveway and you are wrecked. And you just pull in, you take the keys out of the ignition, get out of the car, you light the ciggy, and you're like, I'm home, and I'm a smart guy. You feel like accomplished.
Yeah.
You feel like you just got into college. That's a white trash getting into college. That's an acceptance letter. You're like, I'm smart and I'm responsible. You actually internalize it as you did the right thing. I did the right thing. I know where my car, because dude, I used to get so fucked up. I'd wake up, I'd go to this bar in my town, and I'm like, where's my car? And they're like, we don't even know. And I'm like, what happened? And they're like, you went to another bar. You were doing coke. I was like a big lunatic Republican. They're like, you were doing coke and yelling about how the Iraq War is the best thing that's ever happened. And that we need to honor our commitment. They were like, you were just screaming and talking about we need to honor our commitment to the people of Iraq. Some fat guy coked out like, we need to honor our commitment to the Iraqi people. What about the Kurds? And they're like, I'm like, where's my car? They're like, we have no idea.
Right. Just floating in the Atlantic.
We have no idea where your car is. And we'd have to like detective work, like drive around. My friend Brian Half would come pick me up. He'd be like, oh, he talks like this. And he'd go, hey. When I bought my house, Brian was in the car. We're driving 2006, 2007. We're driving to the closing. I had never even seen the house.
Mm-hmm.
I'm buying a house I've never seen.
Not even pictures online.
Pictures online.
Mhm.
That is it.
Yeah.
This total scam. Buying this house I've never seen. I'm in the car with my friend Brian Haffey. I go. He goes, "Where we going?" I said, Brian was like a legendary kid. He like fell all the time. He like barely knew how to walk.
It's a real legend.
It's just he would sit in a chair and like shake. He drank so much.
She's like dying.
He was a little guy and he just drank so much.
Just get
My friend's
fucked.
dad took him out on a boat. He like fell off the boat. He was wild, dude. He was so, me and him got in so much trouble. I remember one time, we were, and I'll get back to this other story, but this is maybe one of my favorites. Well, let me just tell the house thing first. We're in the car and I say, I'm buying a house. And instead of going, how are you doing that? How does this work? What's wrong with you?
Mhm.
He went, you're doing good. We're just smoking a fat blunt. One of my favorite things ever. He had a brother who was like special needs.
Mm-hmm.
We were just smoking weed all day. All day. And he pulls up to his house. He goes, I just got to run in. He goes, I got to run in. He goes, nobody's going to be home. I got to run in, get my check. He had his check from work, cash it. We'll get more weed. We pull up to his house. There's like 10 cars outside. He goes like this. He goes, oh, fuck. He looks at his phone. He's got like 48 missed calls. He goes, and I said, what's going on? He goes, it's my brother's birthday. We got to go in. I'm like, we got to go in. He goes, dude, we got to go in this house. I'm like, I'm not a member of your family. He's like, don't abandon me now. Because we got to go in the house. I'm like, where are we going to say we've been for the last 48 hours? He goes like this. He goes, I don't know. Literally, he's like swaying.
Right.
He's so high. He walks up to the house. His mother opens the door, looks at both of us, just shakes her head and goes like this. She looks at both of us and she goes, you're a disgrace. I We walk in, his brother's like smiling, his brother kind of knows. We're saying hello to the family. We smell like weed. The family's staring at us like friends are there, neighbors are there. It's totally embarrassing. So we walk back and his father comes out back and he goes, you think you two guys will ever get tired of being total fuck-ups? Brian goes, yeah, we didn't know. I forgot about it. Dude, he was a guy. Dude, when I bought my house, we just used to get high in the house I bought and watch Reno 911 DVDs. We'd watch seasons of Reno 911 and the Enron documentary, Smartest Guys in the
Holy
Room.
shit.
We loved it. We'd watch it over and over again. Just so fucking high.
That
dude.
sounds amazing.
Dude, in a house that was like decorated like 1970s. It had like thick carpets and weird wallpaper. I had just bought it. The market had just crashed. I was trying to get tenants in it. I was like 22 years old.
Mm-hmm.
We had this fat raccoon. This thing was a beast, and it lived in a tree, and it would like paw at the door to get in the house. Like it would paw at the door, like unafraid, like let me in. And we just sat there, and you'd see its shadow. It was just walking around back there.
It was just Oscar.
And Brian, yeah, it looked like Oscar the cat. And Brian would look out back. He'd be like, that's a big piece of shit. Dude, he was but he was just a wild dude. He's one of those dudes. He was a wild guy. We had a lot of fucking fun. You know, if you need, go get a potato and put a Marlboro Light in its mouth and watch that and then press play on your phone.